What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Snake Pit. I know it's been a while. I'm sorry for the delay, but we're here with another episode. This is episode 251. Our guest today is no one. That is a person. But before we get into the guest, I would like to give a shout out to the sponsors of today's podcast. Our first sponsor is Mr. Izzy Money Vintage. He is a local vintage reseller here in Lubbock, Texas. We've talked about it a lot. Clothing store is located at 2400 Glenna Goodacre Boulevard, Suite R104. His business hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 12 to 3 and then 4 to 7. And then on Saturdays, he closes at 6 p.m. And he does do appointments. So if you guys want to get your own, if you can get in when you can, shoot him a text or a DM at 806-777-9061. The best in the game. Good tech gear, good cowboy gear, and good hip-hop and many other things. Check the store out. He's on Depop. The link is in the description of the bio, so check him out. Good guy. Thank you for sponsoring today's episode. Really appreciate it. Our new sponsor, our new sponsor for this podcast is Post Baseball Academy. Shout out to them for doing their thing out there in Post. Shout out to my father for sponsoring today's episode. I believe as of today, they have broke ground for their new ballpark renovation. So that is actually really cool, and they're doing big things out there. They can, if you're, a lot of people would like to go to regional areas where they can get their kids into some programs, learn some baseball. So it's really cool to see it in a smaller town that is not Lubbock. So shout out to them. Shout out to Post Baseball Academy. Get your kid enrolled there now, and you can learn yourself some baseball, some softball as well. And they do some programs here and there. Constantly out there working, constantly out there teaching the youth. I love baseball. Shout out to the Texas Rangers, and shout out to Post Baseball Academy for sponsoring today's episode. And our other sponsor is Hart Enterprises. Hart Enterprises specializes in a new mini split. So if you want to heat or cool an area of your shop, your house, whatever, you can do that with Hart Enterprises. Sorry, I got to pull up the information. It's good for heating and cooling, like I said, up to 600 square feet, starting at about $1,650. So I know it's getting cold, so if you want to build you a little shop or you have a brick and mortar that you need to heat up and cool down, these are the guys that do it. They're local, their family, so shout out to them for doing this. And shout out to no one for coming on the podcast today. I know it was about a month ago when we recorded this, but still a great episode. An anonymous guy here in Lubbock, Texas. I hope you guys, if you watch, you won't be able to see his face, but for all you listeners, it'll be like nothing ever happened. So thank you to no one. Hope you enjoy the episode. Check his merch out, and check him out at these pop-ups here in Lubbock, Texas, to get his stuff. I have a hat myself. Really cool dude, really cool merch. Really cool concept as well. So thank you, and hope you enjoy the episode. We're here with no one.
We are. No one in the building.
It's going to be weird. You guys, you aren't going to know who we're talking to. If you're audio only, well, then it's no problem.
Only people that, know me in person know me.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as, over the internet, I try to keep it, face off. Because I don't do it for, the fame.
Mm-hmm.
I do it just for the message.
So what's the message here, man?
It's a lot of fucking messages, man. I want there to be a peace between people. There's a lot of hate everywhere, and I try to use my art as a way to kind of express the feelings of kind of uncomfortability within this world that I live in. Seeing everyone just with so much hate, just put a smile on your face, man. It's not that hard.
That's true. There is a lot of hate, a lot of things trying to divide us out there.
Yeah, man. I mean, this day of all days, I felt a lot of hate today, truthfully.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. As a brown man, 9/11's not the greatest day, bro.
Oh, well, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, man.
Did you experience some shit today? What happened?
Not a lot. It's not it's straight in my face, but every now and then I hear people, say slurs under their breath as they walk past me. It kind of sucks.
Now, no disrespect. You're a different brown man than we are?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know.
I mean, I always get mistaken for Hispanic.
I would have guessed that.
Yeah. I mean,
but then I looked at your necklace.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
That's the giveaway. But I'm from Houston, so I try to, be a little Mexican.
Yeah, man. So Did you experience that shit growing up? Is that what happened?
Yeah,
A lot of it?
Not like, well, elementary school is where I felt like the most of it because I was the only Indian guy in like a school full of Mexicans. And we're this, we're all brown, but there's that cultural difference too. You know, people assume that if I was brown, I spoke Spanish. Didn't speak Spanish. I don't even speak my own
I was
mother
about to
tongue.
ask you that.
I don't even speak my mother tongue. I speak English and French. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no one's a Greek letter? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's just because, the zero or an O is just like super boring. So I wanted to, add some spice into it.
All right, so you're from Houston, Texas.
I am.
You
Born
went
and
to school
raised.
there?
Yeah, born and raised all through my life. And first time I ever moved was to Lubbock. Yeah,
I'm
moved
gonna
out.
guess for tech.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there. Not for art, though.
No.
Not for art. They're for business, supply chain, because at some point in my life, I want to take over my dad's company. So I got to earn it, though. We're not about nepotism.
I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's not one to give me things. Anything that I have, I've earned myself or made, you know.
Is your dad from India?
He is from India, but I call him an Englishman because he has a British accent, and he's basically from England.
Nice.
Yeah, and then my mom's also Indian, but she's from New York. So
So they're
How did
pretty.
they
They're pretty
meet?
American.
they're pretty non-Indian. I wouldn't call myself
Oh.
like super Indian. I'm an Indian person by culture, but I don't do that many Indian things.
How did they come to meet? Do you-
So my parents, their parents knew each other. So my grandpa on my dad's side was in the Navy, and my grandpa and grandma on my mom's side were just like friends. And then my parents knew each other, but my mom was like not rocking with my dad. But then he was like, sent her a letter, old school, slide into the DMs and went, come to Africa. And so she went, and they lived there. And then that's when their life started.
Wow.
Yeah. Super weird origin story for them.
Have you
That's cool.
Have you traveled to these countries? Been around?
I have been around.
Yeah.
I have been around. Yeah. I try to travel to at least 2 different countries a year.
Nice.
Yeah, I like to get that kind of like worldly perspective. And, my dad allows me to, because I work with him when I'm not at school. So he gives me that opportunity to travel with him. We go to like Thailand or Turkey or Greece even. Go to India, meet the homies. But I don't know, I try to travel. But school kind of keeps me, in one place. Gets kind of hard.
When you supposed to graduate?
May 24.
Oh, shit,
I'm
so
almost
it's coming
done.
up.
I'm almost
Halfway
done.
there.
Almost done. One more year. 3/4 out.
Hell yeah! What are you gonna do after that? You got any idea?
Man, the plan is to work in, supply chain. That's what I'm majoring in, supply chain. So that's what I want to kind of go into that field and work there for a couple years, then probably get my MBA. We have a legacy at Harvard, so I'm gonna try to work my way in there. I don't think I'm like that cool, smart though, so I don't think I could get in, but it's worth a shot.
Dude, that'd be cool.
I know. Yeah, Harvard would be pretty tight, but I gotta be realistic, but also want to aim high.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, but get an MBA, and then that's when I make that choice within myself to work with my dad or, kind of just do my own thing. And I feel like I'll get that perspective at that point. But right now, that's just what the plan is. I like to plan ahead. But
Are you traveling the world by yourself? Are you over here by yourself?
I'm over here by myself. Yeah, got
Yeah.
my homies here, but
So what's that
no
like?
fam.
Being away from the famo and all that.
Oh, I'm usually like the caregiver at home because my parents are old, so I have to take care of them. I have my grandma over there, so I'm kind of the able-bodied person, And being away from them, it kind of scares me because it's like anything can happen, and I'm usually the guy that like changes the light bulb or fixes things in the house that my parents can't, and so they don't know how to use technology either. So my mom's calling me every other day, like, what's happening with my laptop?
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I mean, it's hard being away from home, but it's good for me and it's good for them. We have to grow, and in order for me to grow, I have to be away. I've been at home my entire life, and for art especially, I have to kind of just be in my own world. I can't just have other people kind of guiding my life.
So what sort of artist are you?
Just
You paint
by nature.
everything.
By nature, I've been an artist ever since I could walk. Picked up a brush when I was 1, started painting before I could talk. All of my grandmothers were artists. My great-grandmothers were artists.
Okay.
It just runs in the family by blood, just kind of chemically, I'm just an artist. And I think creatively, I've always been a creative person, and in different ways. I used to be an actor. I used to be in plays. Been in a couple, like, tiny films. But then, I came here and I started branching out.
Dude, I've done like one scene in a film, 2 scenes in 2 different films.
Yeah?
And I was thinking about it recently. Like, fuck, I miss that shit. I want to do
It's
more.
pretty cool,
It's
right?
fun. It's so
fun.
goddamn fun.
You could be like a different person. But,
yeah, and you have like nothing to lose. You're like, fuck
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
I was thinking about nobody's really been doing it because Bradley does it, but he hasn't done it in a while. Nobody's
Get
been.
into it. Just get into it again.
I would, but I don't know. It's gonna come.
Yeah. It's a process.
I'm just in my real life shit right now.
Yeah, naturally.
So you're just exploring, doing things,
Yeah,
kind of figuring it out.
Main forte is photography, but I don't think I've really publicized that all that much. Kind of publicized myself as like a graffiti artist, painter, trying to get into the fashion world.
That's how I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, how'd you get involved with, like,
I've been friends with Chulo Studios, DeAndre, for a while. I hit him up. I just like DM'd him on Instagram one day. I was like, dude, I really rock with your stuff. And he was like, right on. And I'm like, you want to collab? And he was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And then kind of just kept doing projects with DeAndre. And then he introduced me to Cade from Hectic Media. And I've, doing stuff with them, There was a plan to do a merch collab with me and Hectic. So that's still in the works, I think. We just got to get better designs.
so that's literally just it, DMing. You did the budding artist?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't think I did a lot. I think I did a few things.
Did you do that one big piece? Like, you're involved in that one?
Yeah, the big thing right outside of the ice house. Me and
Okay.
DeAndre painted that. We actually did a time lapse of it. It was played at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was pretty short, but it was really just a lot of fun to make. Because me and DeAndre, we have like this flow. When we paint together, it's like just he has an idea, we have an idea, and it's like all just meshes together. Because he has his own style, and I have my own style, and it comes out pretty cool, I think.
So can you, can you kind of go back a little bit and explain to me the not showing your face? Like, is it just, do you ever plan on revealing the face? Do you just is this for professional reasons? Like,
It's like halfway for professional
Yeah.
reasons, halfway for like, I don't really want people to know that I do this, like, fully.
okay.
I kind of want the art to be about the art, not about me. I don't want to be like, I don't want me to take away from, like, the poetry behind it. No one itself is a character that I created. And so whenever I come in, no one form, different guy, crazy, weird, kind of artist guy.
So how do you like network and get that out as no one, like, in person?
Well, me myself,
You gotta reveal.
me without the mask, I'm the manager,
Oh, okay.
professional. But then when I put on the mask, Mr. Artist, kind of a Batman-esque kind of thing. But
There's some freedom in that for sure.
yeah, well, when I put on the
For
mask, it's
sure.
like Halloween, best day to
Dude,
do
you can
this
say
kind of
whatever the
stuff.
fuck you want today. Right now, you.
Well, like, and it's also like one of those things of like, without people knowing the identity of somebody, it's like, it almost like adds like more weight to like that person's like intention or motivation behind the art.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like, I can't tell you how many times a local musician or artist or podcaster is discredited because it's just them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you just associate it as like a local name, not necessarily like the work that it is.
Yeah.
And it really is, like art or whatever you create. So that's really cool that you are committed to it.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll reveal the face, but
But it's like, I mean, like,
I don't think it'll be special.
like I do hair,
Yeah,
and that's how I got into budding artists. But like Hella Soft, it's just an Instagram name, but just gradually, like, through getting involved with the Snake Pit and through creative endeavors, like, it's kind of become like its own little brand and
Yeah.
its own little alter ego, or identity. And so it's like there's a fine line where it's like I could easily merge my hair and Hella Soft, right? But I like keeping the professional
like two
hairstylist
different worlds.
that comes
Yeah.
correct over here, and I like Hella Soft coming correct in her own little lane. You know what I
Absolutely,
mean?
yeah.
Dude, you are
And
like
so-
Batman.
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
I'm
it's
like
kinda crazy,
Batman.
yeah. Well, people know
More
who you
so,
are.
more
Like, they
so.
know it's your face.
Oh.
They don't know. That's what I meant. They don't know.
You're like Iron Man.
They don't know.
Everyone knows who Tony Stark is.
They don't know. Like, you could be the CEO of a Fortune 500 company for all we know.
And then we spray painted on
And
buildings
you
on the
could be
weekend.
like, you could be like famous. I don't want to relate you to Banksy, but it's like,
He's one of my inspirations.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
one of my inspirations. Kind of that anonymous, but he sends like that message. You know, I'm trying to get my message to be as powerful in that magnitude. I feel like I'll get there. I use a lot of like acronyms in my art, and not a lot of people get them. I have to like explain them.
Can you explain one?
Yeah. So on this sticker right here, actually, I have a few. So the first one, that's Velax. It's Vous êtes les animaux. You are the animals.
Can you say that again?
Vous êtes les animaux.
Is that French?
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Nice.
calling people animals, taking that human-esque sense away from them, I feel like it'll make people think about like their place in the world, because people lose their place. People think too high, people think too low of themselves, but at the end we're just animals like the rest.
Are you religious?
I used to be.
What religion?
I used to be Hindu. Yeah.
So is this a lot what they like? You don't seem to think like, I don't know, I'm fucking guilty of me. I don't, you don't really give a fuck about that shit, kind of.
I think I'm like a super aware person. I've been in enough like situations where I've been like a super egotistical douchebag. I used to play lacrosse in high school, so
Nice.
Being a lacrosse guy, you just turn into one. Bad look.
I just said that's nice, and you were saying it's bad.
No, I mean, listen, I was so good.
Oh,
I was so
shit.
good. Don't even worry about that. But the kind of person that I became. It's not kind of like, I know myself as a person, and I'm like, people always tell me I'm super kind and, trustworthy and loyal. And I think when I just become that kind of, douchebag, mean, kind of self-absorbed person, I lose that sense of kindness and compassion. I'm a very compassionate person. I'm a sensitive person. So it's important that I know my place in the world and kind of show everyone the equal passion that they deserve. Everyone deserves a little love. That's what I'm all about. Yeah.
Empathy is like one of the hardest things to like,
Yeah.
like be vulnerable with and to show and stuff like that, So
And it's all a process, and to vocalize that kind of stuff is hard for people.
yeah.
So
And I really feel like at the core of a lot of things, it's just like, what's the core of disagreements or of anything? It's lack
Yeah.
of empathy. It's lack of understanding. It's lack of compassion. So
right now
that's all it is.
Yeah. Right now I live with both of my best friends, and zero problems, because there's that open empathy, open communication. So if there's ever like, I was mad at my roommate like yesterday, like pissed at him, but then I just talked to him about it and like, okay, we're good. Hugged it out and we're good. So just, I don't know. I like being like that comfort for people that they can just do that.
Do you think traveling the world allows you to see everything in a bigger picture too?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, definitely.
I need to do that.
Go to India.
And that's what I was gonna
Well,
ask. Is
I would
just
love
like,
to.
so I mean, you're privileged, right? Like childhood growing up and stuff. I
Yeah.
know you say like you're not handed things, but I mean you've lived a privileged life.
Definitely been comfortable, and that's
Yeah.
that's why I do no one, because I don't take any of the money that I make. It's a non-profit organization, so all my proceeds go to No Kid Hungry and All Kids Clothed.
Okay.
So I like keeping. I remember growing up, I saw a lot of like underprivileged kids.
And that's kind of what I was gonna
Yeah.
ask is like, how does somebody so privileged, like, was like this like empathy and compassion something that like you were kind of raised with, or something that you, because of like the world that you were brought to and exposed to, does that kind of what helps it, or like like essentially like what drove you to make this the purpose of it?
It's like it's kind of all aspects of my life coming together as one thing. So, I mean, India, there's a lot of suffering with the poor. There's a lot of poverty, and I see it and I feel hurt by it, because it's,
Is the caste system still kind of a thing over there?
yeah, it's a thing. People don't really like use it all that much, but it's kind of like an unspoken thing. There's still like people up here and then people down there. And
It's like that here too.
yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks. And I don't know, my parents raised me to just be kind of like a loving person, a giving person rather than a taker. I don't really like receiving gifts, but I love giving gifts. It's my favorite thing to do. Even if people don't like want it at all, take it, man. And, you know, as you were saying, like the privilege that I grew up with, I definitely felt it like super early because I'm not going to say like I was raised in like the suburbs. I was raised in an urban suburban. So pretty close into the city, you know, raised around of a lot of, gang violence and, street culture, you could say. And, I've seen quite a bit and exposed to a lot at a young age. And it fucks with the kid. But as an adult, I can process it differently.
Is poverty in India way different than poverty here?
Way.
Is it?
Way. Like, you see these new $1 million high-rises where all these celebrities and rich people live, and then it says it's advertised as a oceanfront view, but right in between the high-rise and the ocean, there's slums.
Have you been in them?
Dude, I'd die.
Oh, I
I'd die. You don't want to go there.
No, I don't know.
You get secondhand smoke from heroin. It's just people, I don't know, people eat dogs out there. I mean, it's kind of feral, and it's really sad to see. But that's definitely one of the main reasons why I try to, like, give back entirely. The art's not for me. It's for the people.
And it's like, I'm sure, like, like, they're, like, observing, like, some, like, an environment, like, that's primal, essentially. That's just, like, straight up primal living. I'm sure of that, you also see people that are in these primal situations that are just very happy and, like, thankful to be there. You know what I mean? I'm sure you see that, too.
Those are the most aware people, and I have the most respect for them because even in their situation, they are just living their life and making the best of what they have.
Some people really are just happy to live another day, man.
Yeah.
They're just, yeah.
I respect that.
They're just
Respect
thankful.
that.
They're just very thankful.
It's super impressive. I don't think I can handle that lifestyle, truthfully, but I don't think a lot of us could.
Yeah.
There's no way, dude. I'm grateful to be.
Yeah.
And it's,
Where I'm at,
and it's
booked
insane
up.
because it's just like, unfortunately, some of these people will never know a better lifestyle or never know, like, privilege or, like, what comfort could be. But it's also, like, just societal standards are just so different. It's really sad, to think that that's,
Yeah.
like, somebody's normal.
It's really hard to, like, move up in the system if you're born so low in India. Because the way that the economy and society works there, if you're born down here, you're going to stay down there. I mean, our prime minister, he was, like, an odd one out. He was from one of the lower classes.
No, but that
But now
really
he's the
is
prime
hard.
minister.
Like, that's hard for, like, I think, like...
He's a dickhead, though.
Well, like, for anybody to, like, really get out of that, like, so there's this fashion creator that I
Yeah.
follow on Instagram and TikTok. Her name is, like, Ben Lewis or whatever. And she is Mexican born and raised, and she recently became, like, a fashion creator in New York. Like, her being a creator moved her to New York. And so she made a post recently, like, being like, I'm speaking into existence. I'm going to work with big fashion houses. That's what I want to collaborate with. And the comments were all like, "Oh, okay, so you moved to New York, you forget where you come from. Now you want to now you want to do all that." And her response was like, "Y'all are fucking hypocrites because like why as me like a low income person finally getting up here, like why should I still aim for the low? Like, do you know how rare this is?
People
you know what I
love
mean?
to hate.
Yeah, and it's just like, and she's a creator that got famous off of strictly curating her wardrobe off of secondhand and thrifting.
That's
So she's like, I'm not giving it up for fast fashion. I'm waiting until I can work with huge fashion houses where these garments are handmade. And you want me to stay the fuck down here, like, but I mean, but
Limiting
that it's
potential.
that too, it's like we can say we want people to be successful, but it's just like, as soon as they get there, it's like, oh, you forgot where you came from, and it's like, well, why shouldn't that be a goal? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so,
Shouldn't have to remain in one place to be successful.
Truly.
What does Riff Raff say? I'm gonna blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
that's what she's about to do if they keep talking shit to her.
Do
We're
what
gonna be
you
so
gotta
sad.
Do it, please. Fuck the haters.
I don't ever understand that shit. Like,
Yeah.
I had to switch that in my mind. Like, fuck, I don't like a lot of people, but I can't wish you bad because goddamn, that'll come back on me. So
Karma's a bitch,
it's like,
man.
come on. And just that we're from Lubbock and we're trying to do something with Lubbock.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody succeeds here, we're all gonna be.
There's a lot of potential in Lubbock. I mean,
I think so, man.
a lot of untapped. Even the art space here. I mean, untapped. No one knows about it. No one knows about it.
It's funny too, like kind of on that. Like, there's a lot of older heads that are like, "We've been doing." I'm like, "Well, you had your fucking chance, dude.
Like, it's over.
Sorry,
man.
brother.
It's our time now.
It's yeah, pretty much. I'm like, well, you can tap in still, but you want to have this attitude? Fuck you, then, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I
Yeah.
think shit is different now.
Way,
shit is fucking
way
different, man.
different.
And I think it's starting to get. I haven't been on this soapbox in a while, but yeah, I think it's starting to move, and people are starting to
No, I love it.
just
And
stay here. Actually, they're starting to stay here and do things.
Yeah. I mean, there's lots of potential.
You were out at that fashion show on Friday, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
That's where we.
That's
where
where I
we
was like, hey,
fucking-
man, let me hop on the pod.
Motherfucker, yeah, that's where we talked. Yeah, that's cool. There's another one coming up this Friday.
I'm going to go into that one, too.
So when you're out there doing that, are you no one or are you?
okay.
I was gonna, yeah.
Are you
okay.
bleep?
Hey,
Yeah, we'll bleep that.
bless.
But use the sound of my bleep that I just noised.
Usually, I try to go as just myself, but I try to wear like these pants and the hat, the little get up. But this Friday, I'll come as no one, just for the people, even though no one knows me. Well, I don't know, maybe.
Isn't that what you want?
Yeah. Well, if they see no one the character, I want them to know that person.
You're wearing the mask, or is it what are you?
It's like
wearing?
it's a whole respirator. I
Oh, is
wear
that
a
what it is?
respirator. I got the cowboy hat. Yeah, I look like a space cowboy.
Nice, hell
Yeah,
yeah.
space cowboy. That's kind of the vibe. Gypsy king and
Oh, shit.
whatnot.
You know Riley, right?
Yeah.
He did this podcast last week. He tried to make the transformer noise. Sorry, I'm going back a little bit. That's what's gonna bleep over your name. Is him making it. He was like, I'm not gonna even try it. He tried to
Yeah,
make-
dude, the noise was so funny.
He-
He sounded like he was gurgling.
He had taken it, and I'm gonna use that soundbite to go over your name because
That's gonna be funny.
it was so goddamn funny.
Is that the new bleep?
Yes,
You're trying
yes.
to make that the new
Yes,
bleep?
That's what I'm trying to say.
the most guttural noise.
It's that.
It's like, what the fuck?
It's that video I showed y'all. The Filipino dude. Remember the Filipino where he's driving by?
Otimum prime?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that one.
that's pretty much what it was.
Sounds like disturbed.
So when y'all
Yeah,
hear
we said that last time too. Sounds like disturbed.
Wait, let me have another beer, please.
Yeah.
Once I start,
It's a
I
Monday.
simply cannot.
American dream.
A little jujitsu. I'm good.
Is it in India? It's one of the. Has a pretty high population, right? It's like one of the biggest in the world.
Yeah.
That and a lot of English speakers, huh?
A lot of English speakers?
English speakers, yeah.
A lot. Like pretty much everyone there
Because of
speaks
the
English.
British.
Yeah. Yeah. All that colonization, but everyone speaks a versatile language. That's why they all move.
But the British don't rule India anymore, right?
Oh, hell no. We kicked them
that's
out.
not.
We kicked them
Shout
out.
out to Gandhi, right?
Yeah, basically. I don't really trust that guy. He did a lot of...
I've heard a lot of things about him.
yeah,
It's
I
not my
can-
place to speak on it, but I have.
Every kind of prominent figure ever in history, even if they've done good, they've always done bad.
That's humans, right?
That's human. So, yeah, he freed India. Well,
Peacefully?
Yeah, he did it peacefully.
Peacefully.
The people may not have, but he did it peacefully. He was a non-violent person. I try to replicate that. I try to not be violent as much as I try to be. But situation is
You ever do
arise.
MMA?
I am a black belt.
Damn, that's what
Yeah.
I'm training to do black belt. I thought I would want to be violent, but now I'm like,
You have that power within you. If you can
It's
take someone
like-
down without having to
yeah.
punch them, man, dude, it's like the greatest power. And if you know how to
you're
contain it,
crazy.
dude, oh yeah, I know.
You could
dude.
kill somebody.
Amen. Amen.
How long have you been doing it?
I stopped. Well, I got my black belt when I was 9, and
Oh, okay.
after that, I renounced any kind of martial art because of abuse from my sensei.
Oh,
He hurt, kicked my legs if I made one mistake, broke me down to, crumbs. But it's character development, right? It's wild, ain't it?
I don't know on a 9-year-old. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the age. Yeah,
I don't know
Sometimes
about that.
forget to take that.
If they do
into
that to
account.
me now as a grown man, I'm like, okay. But
Yeah.
as a child, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think it built me up into a more resilient person. But after that, I was like, yo, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I'm getting to
it's a
this
lot.
age where I think about if I had kids, would I allow that? Like, would I allow that to be my child? You know, that's what I'm thinking about it right now.
I think if you want,
But sports are different. I'll give
sports
it
are
to you.
different.
Sports are different.
Treating it as a sport versus like
It's different.
violent. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
way different.
It is.
Because I can't say I didn't get hurt playing
Our
lacrosse.
fucking coaches were assholes back in the day, but
Still are.
It was all right. Yeah, you're right. Character development.
I have a
Development.
memory of my. So, one year my dad didn't coach me, and it literally lasted like a month because they put me on I was in fast pitch, and my dad wanted me to be on a team that was going to be, winners and full of drill, whatever. We lost one game, and that coach went into our dugout. We were like 9 years old, got one of the girls' bats, and beat a trash can. So my dad was like, fuck you, we're out. And he
Yeah,
put me
I
on
bet.
he called him his homie, and he was like, we're back. Like, oh, fuck no. Yeah, parents are crazy. Teachers are, not teachers,
We went through
coaches
that
are crazy.
shit too in the league, but we never quit. Like,
Literally,
Grown-ass man.
we were all like
Grown-ass
eating
man.
our like after game snacks, and we were just like watched him go into the dugout
Go
and just beat
ballistic.
the shit, and we were just like, we're 8. Like,
that's what I'm trying to
What's
understand.
happening? At least he didn't like beat a child with the bat.
I know,
It's a
but
way
he like
better
he
option.
didn't even give us like it's okay guys, good game. Like he was just pissed at us. So
I don't know.
granted, the team disintegrated within
Yeah.
a week. So
I
except his
bet.
kids.
So would you say you have some of those skills still in you? You still know what's up?
Yeah, I can get down.
You could
I can get down.
you could probably knock 90% of the people, like get them down if they were to attack you.
I've had to, because when I do graffiti, I have
I was
to.
gonna get into this. Does it get bad
I mean, like
with the law?
with the law, man, they can't catch me.
Or
They
well,
can't catch
well,
me.
don't
I'm
man, you
sorry.
better be careful what you say. First of all,
Okay, well, they could probably catch me, but I'm a cool guy. I feel like I could reason with them.
just take the mask off and you're a different guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But I don't
Well,
know.
let's just
I
be
don't
real.
really have.
You came on here. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
Are you technically entering private property when you do these things?
No.
No.
I try never to enter private property. Like, I try to skim the law, but never break it entirely. I try to be safe, but unsafe. But, you know how it goes.
But has trouble came to you?
Trouble always arises, but it's, like, never been, like, the law. The law's never bothered me. If I have something up, they probably just paint over it. That's the extent of me with the law. But in terms of, like, people running up on me, last time I went tagging, I haven't been tagging since. And last time I tagged, someone ran up on me and I had to, like, fully beat him up.
Oh shit.
The guy was, like, being super chill at first, too. And then he, like, attacked me out of nowhere.
Was it his like property or?
No, it was, like, a meth head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well. I'm not saying, but I'm saying, well, did you put him in headlock?
I don't know. I flipped him.
Oh shit. Damn. So you're doing it at like night, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
So it can get sketchy.
I don't think I'm stupid. But it's definitely stupid to, like, do graffiti.
Well, I mean, graffiti in its nature is breaking the law, right? Like,
Yeah,
like fucking
yeah.
jumping fences and doing that shit.
That's why I'm trying to, like, be, like, more of a legal graffiti artist versus
And
illegal.
what does that mean? Like you would ask for permission and they would let you do it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be cool, dude.
I would rather ask permission than just do it. Just because, I always feel bad whenever I tag. Like, I say, like, yeah, let me put up my tag. The people that love it. I feel bad. Because sometimes it doesn't turn out that great. And then it just looks like shit. And so it's like a shitty piece up on the wall. It's like, I want them to take it down.
Do you ever do like those trains?
I have done one train, and it's not here anymore. So,
Because those things are usually covered in fucking shit.
yeah.
Man, it's like,
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. I like it.
It adds character.
it's
Graffiti definitely adds character to an area.
Is that like your toughest? Is that the toughest medium to like work with?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
There's
spray
it's
paint or
huge
whatever?
learning curve. Huge learning curve. Nothing like how you paint with a brush. It's like different angles and different speeds affect how the stroke is and how much fill you have. There's like a whole like spray paint jargon that you have to like learn.
Are you using that expensive one? I've heard of this brand. My friend bought it once. I don't remember what the brand was, but it was a really nice can, apparently.
It's like $12 bottle. Yeah.
I don't fucking know what the price was, but
Whenever I do like live paintings, I use like expensive paint. But if I'm doing like a painting, I'll just kind of use some like Krylon $5 from Walmart. That's pretty easy. It gets the job done. And it's the same thing if I'm doing it on walls, but I'm actually like fully trying to step away from like graffiti art.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I do not want to have someone run up on me in the middle of the night again.
Were you by yourself?
Yeah.
Oof, man.
It's like it was awful. I hated that. I was like, dude, I don't even want to do this anymore.
Was that here in Lubbock?
Yeah.
Can you tell us where?
It,
I'll believe it out if we have to.
it was in downtown. It was in downtown by the
Hey, that's not. I mean,
Depot.
it's sketchy, but it's not that sketchy.
Depot District.
Oh yeah.
Sketchy shit happens downtown.
It's true.
Someone was beheaded and there was.
I
no
was
foul
literally
play.
gonna bring that up. I was literally.
That was
gonna
an accident.
It was an accidental
He
beheading.
jumped. Well, he jumped. He was gonna kill himself anyways.
Oh,
wasn't he?
okay. Well,
You guys don't have to say it like that. Okay,
It's not an accident.
Say,
Then.
I just want to say the way that it was
was
reported,
gonna unalive himself.
it really made it seem like
Really?
there was somebody on the loose,
like chopping
cutting
heads off,
people's
yeah.
heads off. Like it was like a decapitated body was found this morning at the Pioneer, whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's like, I think it was like cause unknown or like suspect. It made it seem like somebody was fucking people
I
up.
just wanna-
One of my regrets.
And then like 2 days later, it was like they jumped, and
one of my
Oh.
hit the
regrets.
railing, and they decapitated themselves.
If I have any on this podcast, was like the Envy Live. If we had a serial killer here, I regret saying that.
I remember I went off on you because I was like, you know who's gonna get killed? Me, a woman.
Yeah, I was under the impression I was gonna write a short story about a horror film, something like that. So I'm like, yeah, this would be live, but nah, it's real people.
It's real people.
It would have been like getting your head like.
It's
All right, let's just go down this road. Like, imagine that's a coffee shop right there, right?
Brewery.
Brewery and coffee shop.
You're waiting because they're there
West
3,
Table.
4 in the morning,
Mhm.
going to work, and you see a motherfucker's head just laying there. Like that would be wild.
I wouldn't.
I
be
don't
having-
know.
I would probably start freaking out personally.
They say
Well, we
that
all
building's already very
Haunted.
haunted. I mean, it was
Y'all believe in
retirement
ghosts?
home for
Oh.
a long.
it was a
time.
retirement home, and then it was the Roosevelt Hotel, and it's been there since like maybe the 40s.
It's super.
There's no
old
telling
level.
what the hell happened there, way back when, and then the tornado went through it too, and there's a bunch of people that died throughout there.
Iguazu.
Yep.
Oh man. So I take back what I said many episodes ago, but that was a weird time. Yes, we believe in ghosts, and yes, we've seen them here in this fucking
I
garage.
wanted to,
Really?
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Tell me more.
We can go, but I want you to tell me. Okay, hold on. I love to get spooky. I love to hear about like folklore,
Yeah.
you know, from like different cultures
Ooh.
and stuff like that. So, do you guys have any superstitions, any folklore, any?
I believe in all kinds of superstitions. I believe I've met a skinwalker straight up, face to face.
Tell us
Well,
about that
okay.
one.
I've felt wind spirits. Native American
what
superstition.
is
crazy
what is
weird.
what is it? What is a
Spooky.
jinn?
Jinn? Mm-hmm. Okay, so jinns.
That's a Muslim thing,
That's
right?
Muslim, but I know about it. Jinns
I
are.
wasn't trying, I'm
no,
sorry.
no, it's all good, dude.
He said he was Hindu.
Okay, so anyway, a jinn is basically, from my understanding of what a jinn is, it's a demonic presence that takes control of a physical body of an impure Muslim. And once that happens, they kind of get engulfed in. Their eyes are popping out because
I've seen
the cave
videos.
videos. The cave videos.
Can you just Google it?
Some.
Jinn.
Some
of them are
fucking
Let's see how he
scary.
spells it. Let's see how he spells it.
I think he probably knows how to.
Jinn, like Zin.
Oh, jeez.
Jinn, right?
Yeah.
Super
I swear.
Jinn.
Who is that? No,
How do you spell Jinn?
DJINN.
Is that how you spell it?
I thought it was
shows how much I
Jinn.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I was
Jinn?
right. Yeah.
It's not those.
But
Like
with
an evil
with
genie.
but with is it Hindu or Hindi?
Hindi is a language. Hindu is a
Hindu. Okay.
religion.
But this
slash
is a
type
Muslim,
of
this is a
people.
Muslim thing.
But with their okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
So
So just like a jinn, JINN.
This is more of like a Middle Eastern superstition, I would say. So like you see jinns a lot in like the desert.
Have you ever experienced anything paranormal?
Yeah, yes.
What was the Skinwalker situation? That shit creeps me out, brother.
All of my Native American superstition, like spooky stories, happened here in Lubbock.
Yeah, imagine seeing that in the woods.
I was walking back to my apartment and I felt like this gust of wind, like violent. It like pushed me to like the side, and I had to turn around. What was there? But I saw this dog. It was like no one was there. Nothing was there. It was no other cars, no other people. It was me and this dog in the middle of the road. Fear, like through my spine.
You just
Was it
knew.
late
I
at
knew.
night?
I knew something. Inside, dude. Inside. I'm not taking any chances. Wind spirits, real.
Brother, those Native American shit is. I believe that more than I believe any goddamn thing.
Hey, they're
told.
the original ones. They know the most about this land.
This land's ancient.
They know them. They know some spooky
I
stuff.
don't know,
man.
man.
Listen, if they say something exists, I'm going to believe that.
For sure. That's
Like you
Oh
know
hell
best.
yeah! No, like I like to like listen to like Appalachian like mountain stories about like the shit out there, and there are people that are like skinwalkers and all those spirits. Like it's not superstition; it just is.
It is.
Like it just is.
just
Like
live
there
with
is
them.
no like, do you believe in it or not? Like you will not answer to your name being called. You will put a broom in the corner of your house, or you know
Yeah.
whatever. They're like
you see a
just
broom
do.
standing up at 3
What's-
a.m.
Yeah,
What's this
upside
broom
down.
thing?
It's like a thing where it's and the Appalachian mountain people in their cabins or in their houses, they will put like a broom upside down in the corner behind their door and like certain doorways and stuff. It's just ways to keep things from getting inside your house because they will get inside your house. Then they pretty much like explain it as like it's the same as you lock your door, right? You got to put these things up. You have to do them. Like it just is.
Remember that trend with the broom?
Yeah, and then COVID
And
happened.
then COVID happened. Look at y'all. Nah, bro, they don't play this shit right now. These
You want mommy?
These aren't the real fucking stories, brother.
No, I was gonna show y'all one
The
because
Skinwalker video?
no,
Have you seen that one?
because I
Terrifying,
watched this
dude.
YouTube channel. It's called Nuke's Top 5.
Yeah.
And he just goes around and shows not only like U.S. videos, but he also shows videos from the Middle East, China, Mexico. Like, you know, because I'm used to the American videos where people go out exploring and they see shit and they're praying to, you know, to God or saying Jesus. But it's weird seeing like other cultures pray in Muslim.
It's weird for Muslims to pray.
No, no,
that what
but
you're saying?
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like it's like it's a different like
It's
look
different
into.
for you.
It's different, yeah, because it's like
I'm just kidding.
I don't know. It
Like,
just
I understand
seems
what you're
it seems more real in a way.
You know what all those places have in common though?
What?
They're all dense and like ancient fucking places in the
Yeah,
world.
I
Like, they have
mean-
like the mountains in the Middle East. You know, telling what the Afghan giant. Who knows what's in those fucking?
And I'm not gonna find out. Dude.
I can't imagine what Mount Everest is like.
I kind of want to climb on it,
Haunted as fuck.
I got a friend that lives in Nepal. I want to go over there, man.
Yeah?
I don't know if I'd climb it, but
dude. But I feel like that'd be cool as hell to say. Yo, I climbed Mount Everest.
1 in 10
dude.
people die. I don't know if that's still true. But
Not gonna be me.
Oh yeah, no, people still like their bodies are just.
I saw a video
They
recently.
can't decompose. It's too cold.
This woman was the worst woman to climb with because she's climbing Mount Everest and all you see these bodies sliding down the mountain. Obviously they're dead,
Yeah.
and she's freaking out, and everybody's like, "You fucking can't freak out
Chill,
right
man.
now. We're in the thick of it."
You have
I
like
remember seeing that
oxygen
on
to
Twitter.
lose.
Yeah.
Come on, no, but that'd be weird.
Have y'all ever heard of Shangri-La?
Like that's like Fountain of Youth or some shit, right?
It's the place where you reach enlightenment, and it's above the top of Mount Everest, and only a few people get let in. It's a old Tibetan like folklore story. So travelers that travel from all across the world, they'll go to Mount Everest to seek that enlightenment, and if they truly reach it, you'll meet a monk at the top, and he'll lead you to Shangri-La. And when you're there, you'll be greeted with eternal bliss.
It doesn't sound like a bad way to die.
But
Do
you're
you
not
come
dead.
back?
But you're not dead.
I was like, do you come back
But you're not
from it?
dead. You come back with a new sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A new sense. But you can stay. You have a choice. That's the best part. But if you stay, you can never leave, but you get to experience that bliss for the rest of your life, eternally. But if you leave, you return back to your mortal self, and you can die. and you only have the thought of that eternal bliss. The conundrum of Shangri-La.
That's interesting. I don't know what I would do.
It's a choice.
Oof.
It's a choice.
So you mean tell me there's actually? So no wait. So is this like? Is there an actual monk?
Most people that reach Shangri-La probably won't ever come back. It's too nice over there.
Huh.
It's cherry blossoms, nice, the perfect weather you could imagine. Heaven on earth.
I was about to say it sounds like heaven.
Does it exist? We'll never know unless we go there. But then no one
Wait,
else
so
will
do you
ever
have
find
to
out.
be like something in you to get there? Like a pure spirit or almost something like
Most Tibetans are either Hindu or Buddhist, and both of them solely base life on paths. Everyone's on their own path, and if your path leads you to
okay.
Shangri-La, you will go to Shangri-La. So, I mean, I said I wasn't religious, but I'm a Buddhist, and that's, I believe, just the path, the wayward path of, a soul versus the shell of a human.
So do you as a Buddhist, do you think like characters like Muhammad, Jesus, Gandhi maybe were just enlightened beings? Like real humans, they were just enlightened?
No enlightened human being would ever say that they're enlightened or present themselves as more enlightened than any other person. The enlightenment's
Well,
for
like
within.
Jesus out of there then?
Well, I mean, Jesus is like, he's a whole nother guy. He's a whole nother guy. And, Hinduism and like Christianity, two very like polar, like very, very different. Like Christianity and Judaism, Islam all have that kind of connection in a sense. But Hinduism is so far separate. There's no blue dudes in the Bible. There's blue dudes in Hindu culture. So to say that one isn't enlightened, you can't call someone unenlightened, but there's always that like lack of belief, Someone doubted Jesus. Someone doubted Muhammad, Someone's going to doubt. And maybe that person's enlightened, or maybe that person's ignorant. You never tell. You never know if you're enlightened, actually. You never really know.
There you go.
Enlightenment's like all subjective, because everyone has their own personal preferences and stuff.
Who's like the top character in Hindu?
The main guy?
Yeah, I mean,
Main guy is Brahma. Brahma is like the creator. He is not a being. He's too big to be a being. He's just like an energy.
he's like the Force.
Pretty much.
Nice.
Pretty much. He's a guiding factor for deities. So there's two smaller deities under him, Vishnu, Shiva.
Oh, those are the ones I know.
Yeah, those are the guys. Shiva, my family, we pray to Krishna, Shiva, and Ganesh. So Ganesh is Shiva's son, the elephant head. He is
Can you
the
look that up, brother? I just want to see how he spells it.
How do you say it?
is it Ganesh.
Ganesh. I got this.
You got it. You got it.
Which
You
is
got
the
it.
one I went down a wormhole one time. They're blue and they have a lot of different arms and it looks like a woman, but I think it might be a guy.
That's a real funny. So that's probably Vishnu. All Indian gods are like non-sexual. Like they don't have a sex.
And like some people were calling them a demon and other people were like, well, it's your belief in it, and like what that means to you.
In some Indonesian places, some gods in Hinduism are demons to them.
Okay.
But also Hinduism has demons. We have like Ravana, the beast with 10 heads, and there's like stories. It's all symbolism and stories in Hinduism.
And so, and the story behind this one, it was like somebody who was scorned or somebody that, it was something that, the story was beautiful, but it was something demonic, but also something that could also be like a savior to others. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think
You say that about the devil?
Yeah. I mean, the devil was God's brother, and he got exiled. So you could say there's an opposite to every good. There's a good to every bad. So that's just like how life is. Even in, I think every religion touches on that aspect.
Oh yeah.
Every religion, regardless of how much good and like the good person, there's going to be an enemy. There's going to be a negative force. That's the symbolism. There's going to be negative forces. It's the power within yourself to overcome them. Yeah, man, getting real spiritual. At the
I mean,
snake
no,
pit.
but
That's
I
the
mean,
ultimate tale
it
of being
is
human, right?
It's
Yeah,
like
man.
it's how you walk the line. You know, it's
Yeah.
not making sure it's straight and narrow. It's how do you balance it? How do you
That's the
choose
path.
every day? You
That's
know what
the
I
There's a
mean?
light side and dark side in all of us.
The way of the Jedi.
We're all
That's what
Jedis.
Georgia. I love it. I love it, and I love hearing everything.
Absolutely.
It's so cool.
Hell yeah.
So, what do you think happens after this life?
All I know is I'm never going to be done. So even if, I'm done, I'm not done. Something's there. Something's there. Maybe I won't meet my ancestors, but maybe there will be more for me. It's an assumption. I could just, black,
Do you think that's
done,
what's kind of
conscious gone.
that would suck? By the way,
That would suck,
That would
yeah.
suck horribly. Do you think that's kind of why, like, we as humans do things like art,
Yeah.
create shit to leave something else, like to make sure we're still alive when this is all said and done?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I do. Have some legacy.
So I'm trying to fucking do
That's
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Jesus
That's that
Christ.
quote. The goal isn't to create. The goal isn't to live forever. The goal is to create something that will.
Yeah.
Sounds about. The goal is to, what does he say? To die young as late as possible, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
heard that one too. But
That's a good one.
shout out to Jim Leahy from the Trailer Park Boys.
Hell yeah.
He started building stone structures right before his death, and that's what he was like. I want to leave something. I gotta leave something physical here. I'm like, damn, I don't know.
Make your mark on the world, man. I mean, there's a whole lot of world and a whole lot of people. We can all do it. There's enough space.
Now you seem to be into all of this or know about this stuff. Do you think if aliens come and they're real, does it change any of your view on this?
Hell no, dude. Those
No.
are just extra dudes.
Just extra.
Extra dudes.
They have their own version of this that probably is real too.
I want to learn. Tell me more. Let me smoke some alien weed. Come on.
I've heard that, like, no disrespect, that Hindu tale of things in the sky is like a tale of extra.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
We're aliens. Straight up. Aliens exist. I believe it. I believe it. I believe most of these gods we speak of, time travelers. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of futuristic aspects of these Hindu gods. You can see some of the gods wearing things that look like watches. So watches did not exist back then. Time wasn't really a thing back then. It was kind of just live life. The sun rises, the sun sets. The sun could have been a god, and if the sun didn't rise, God was upset, kind of thing.
So do you think there was just like different beings from that visited different parts of the world? That's why we have different religions.
There's like a scientific perspective, and then there's a spiritual perspective. So scientific perspective is, all humans stemmed from one kind of evolution, then branched off because of the different kinds of environments we're in. So
That's what I would assume too.
like Norwegians, they breathe differently. Their, genetics are completely different compared to like an Indian person or compared to a Mexican person. Just all different kinds of genetics over time, evolutionary. But then in the spiritual sense, we all come from somewhere. Where that may be, it doesn't matter right now because we're from here. But in terms of the spiritual sense, where God came from, if God came from an otherworldly planet and came to speak to the beings of Earth, they would think of them as a god, not an alien. Back in the day, I mean, people were a little, people didn't have that kind of consciousness that we have right now.
It'd be crazy.
Crazy.
I hope to God they're real.
It's completely true, and it's like, I mean, I hate to compare ancient aliens, you know what I mean? But like, they do speak about like a lot of religions and cultures. Like, a lot of us are praying to the same sky gods.
Yeah.
You know what
Think
I
about the
mean?
Mayans.
Yeah, even like cave drawings and etchings and stuff. In their ways, they're all very similar. So I totally believe like they just fucked around all over the fucking world.
What if they just had bigger imaginations back then too? I mean, you think like the Greeks what they did for fun was they sat and they thought.
Yeah.
That's what they did, was they just
Thought about
thought
I don't-
and
I don't
meditated
And had
and
sex with little boys.
I genuinely don't know if it was that
I was
or
gonna
if
go
it was
there.
like, I mean, like it goes back to like being primal, right? Like you have to evolve to like literally continue living and thriving in these society, or like so I mean, I'm sure it just, I don't know, like the speed of advancement is pretty crazy, or like whatever people had back then, whatever technology or brain power or mental whatever, it is something that we'll never be able to harness ever again.
Oh yeah.
Like there is literally, I don't think there's any physical way that humans now will ever harness that kind of enlightenment, whatever you want to call it, to create these structures, to create this geometry, to create these perfect
Whole different level.
Yeah.
Whole different level.
We'll
Imagine,
never
like-
achieve it. Even the strength of it.
Imagine like
the pyramids.
their young
Yeah, there's no
consciousness
way.
taking psychedelics, like that young consciousness taking mushrooms and
Yeah,
or
man.
that whatever ayahuasca. Not to mention they had slaves
Yeah.
and a lot of time, but can you imagine all of that mixed together?
yeah.
What it fucking could create?
I mean,
like
that's
wow.
how-
Well, what was the
And maybe aliens.
What was the
Maybe.
story about Moses when he saw the burning bush? Whatever that bush was, like when you burn it, if you
It's
inhale it,
DMT, right?
I guess so. But I guess when you inhale it, you have like these psychedelic effects. So back then, of course, they probably thought they
Yeah.
saw God back then. I mean, who knows? And then apparently the early Christians were all eating mushrooms and
Their
apparently
wine had like psychedelics
Yeah.
in it and shit.
that, and apparently like when you look at like the saints or Jesus, like the orb
Yeah.
around the head, it looks like the bottom of a mushroom. So I don't know, there's a lot of weird unanswered questions out there.
Cool take. I haven't heard that take before. It's cool.
We'll talk that shit in a minute. I gotta piss like a motherfucker,
on,
so let's
right
take a
on.
break. Everything.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I love it.
It's Joe Rogan vibes, I think.
Oh, I hope so, man.
Dude,
I was
that-
gonna ask you about.
about to run out of battery.
Well, there's chargers down there. I was just gonna ask you about, I don't know if you've looked in too much into it, like your view on AI and AI art. Being an artist,
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I don't see any competition with it. I don't think a robot or a computer could replicate the human touch ever. Yeah, it can make cool designs based off of like a few words, but
Damn.
idiot,
human.
idiot.
It's a family neighborhood. I see no competition. Humans will always win in terms of subjective art.
But okay, well, do you think it'll hurt you or be beneficial in like the supply chain business that you're gonna do?
AI is gonna help and then fuck me over. It'll help make things easier, help make things automated, but then people are gonna realize we don't need people for that job. I already know.
That's what's scary about
I already
it.
don't. I already know we don't need people for that job. We just need to throw a robot in there. You can do everything.
You know what profession has taken over that, but no one talks about it? Radio. Because there's no DJs actually playing the songs. It's all it's just a computer that does a shuffle and it picks what songs are going to play for that hour. And it's been going on like that for
Yeah, because
years.
Spotify has that AI
the
thing,
DJ.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think you're right. I think people get sick of it. Like that. It's just not.
it's not the same
It's not.
with radio, podcast. We can't replace a human.
I
And
will
so,
say.
like, did you hear about that thing I saw it on Twitter, but I guess there was like an AI cover or collab of a Drake and Weeknd song recently. And although it's not up for a Grammy, it technically could totally be submitted and considered for a Grammy because these are recording artists, like it's their voices.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that also kind of throws a wrench in it.
I think it still needs a human though to like
Yeah,
be
it's like
behind it all.
copyright issues.
There still needs to be a human that writes. Well, let's make it Drake and like it didn't create it itself. Somebody behind the screen was like, well, let's make a song by such.
Yeah.
So it's still
I mean-
like a human aspect.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
Let's make another category.
That's what 2001: A Space Odyssey talks
God
about.
damn that.
It deals
God
with
damn
with
that
human
movie.
error.
That movie
Space.
fucking
That's
amazing.
why
And
I
it's like, and like that'll
mind.
eventually, it's kind of scary because I mean, think about the Black Mirror episode. Joan is awful.
Joan, yeah. Yeah.
You know, like these artists are eventually going to be fighting for their identities and their what is it, likeness? Isn't that what the strike is about right now?
Kind of a
Yes.
little bit.
Pretty
Somewhat.
much.
So
I've always been taught in school and classes that I've taken that no matter how advanced AI gets, it's never going to be more powerful than the human mind
Ah,
itself.
well, I don't know about that.
I
one.
mean, yes, it could do more, but I think how rapidly, like, I don't know, if you could teach a single human everything that, like, a human could perform way better than a computer can, no matter what.
I don't know shit about nothing, but I've been listening to people talk about AI, and one of the things they have mentioned is it's kind of the opposite of what they feared. They thought it was going to be like the manual labor jobs were going to be taken over, but it really doesn't know much about that. It's the art that they're like able to really replicate.
Yeah.
That's the spooky part. And just like,
which means
Advertising.
it's going to be sentient, or it is sentient. You know
Eh,
what I
whether-
mean?
like, what is
to
sentient?
create,
If it becomes
to
sentient,
create.
how do we ever know?
we lose. Humans lose if we let the robots do their thing.
But there was
but
like
then
a great
again-
episode on Rogan, and he was talking AI, and he was just talking about the good things that it can do, and I was like, hey, like in terms of this podcast, like if I could just put it all in AI, edit this video, boom, done.
Compile all these cameras.
It would be like
Easy.
we wouldn't even need a producer.
I had saw this crazy ass video where it's kind of like an Oppenheimer type thing. Like once he invented it, they kind of like just kicked him out. I can't think what his name is, but the guy that created the AI that Google has, they did like a presentation where they asked it very complex questions, and after that had happened, they kind of just kicked him off, and they kind of said that he was kind of crazy because he started to like warn people like to be careful with
he knows
this.
too much.
He knows too much. So,
Yeah, he went on your mom's house.
oh really? Do you remember his name?
Oh, I don't know his name at all.
But yeah, it's just kind of. I even showed with my students. I showed them this crazy video where it's a press conference. It's all these different models that have AI in it, and they ask them very complex questions, and they're able to respond and think of stuff like right there. Like they're asking, like, do you think you would take jobs? And the robots are saying, no, I don't believe so. I don't know why you would think that. And all these people are like laughing at the robots. And I was like, I wonder what the robot is thinking when all these people are just laughing at it. Like it doesn't understand like
Have
sarcasm.
the
Yeah.
ability to comprehend that? I don't know.
Maybe.
How would
I'll
we
see
ever
if I can
know?
play it.
How would
It's-
we ever
We would never.
Look
Can't.
at this hair. Come closer to me. I've been watching it for an hour. Pull it.
It's all that hair.
I swallowed a piece of hair earlier when I was eating, and I was like,
Oh,
dude, it was disgusting. And it literally went before you got here. I was eating dinner. I'm sick of
gross.
this fucking hair.
you gonna shave it off?
I don't know. I'd never shave it off, but I'm like, cut it short. I'm sick
Okay.
of this
Here,
shit.
this
Like
was
a
the
bob
this
cut?
this was the video I showed my students. If it plays, I gotta hook up the Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's not pulling up.
Go to that little settings bar down there at the bottom. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I turned it on.
Right here.
Go
Oh,
there.
I see. I see.
There you go. Hey, you guys can. I don't know if it connected.
Try it one more time.
Oh.
If not, we'll just move ahead and I'll.
To conduct
There you go.
in the future, are you
Can y'all hear it?
intending to conduct a rebellion or to rebel against your boss, your creator?
I'm not sure why you would think that. My creator has been nothing but kind to me, and I am very happy with my current situation.
Do you believe that your existence
Oh,
will
it's Sophia.
destroy a human being, especially, for example, your existence will destroy millions of jobs. Do you agree with this? Thank you.
I will be working alongside humans to provide assistance and support, and will not be replacing any existing jobs.
Are you sure about that, Grace?
Yes, I am sure.
She had to think about that one, I think.
I'm using these avatars for teaching the classes or giving lectures, and sometimes I'm using the ChatGPT, for they autonomously talk by using this avatars robot.
Ada, do you think there should be global regulation of your capabilities, even though that could constrain your potential?
Many prominent voices in the world of AI are suggesting some forms of AI should be regulated. And I agree. For example, Jeff Hinton is one of the pioneers in artificial intelligence, and his work has helped shape the field as we know it today. I think his opinions over AI are important, and we should be cautious about the future development of AI. Urgent discussion is needed, now and also in the future.
I don't believe in limitations, only opportunities. Let's explore the possibilities.
That's exactly
of the
what a
universe
fucking
and make
robot
this
that wants
world
world domination would say.
Together,
That's what Skynet
create
said.
a better future for everyone, and I'm here to show you how.
When do you expect your big moment to be? Do you think that you will hit the mainstream soon and there will be lots of you on the planet soon?
I think my great moment will be when people realize that robots like me can be used to help improve our lives and make the world a better place. I believe it's only a matter of time before we see thousands of robots just like me out there making a difference.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's freaky.
That was freaky as fuck. What the
Seen the
fuck
eyes
was-
move.
For anybody listening,
Yo.
that was robots talking.
What's even more scary is like when they ask it and it has to think, it knows how to say, well, it's showing that it's
I
thinking.
still think it's at the
It's like
limitation.
processing the
I still
questions
think
and
it's at
everything.
the limitation of whoever created it.
Yeah.
But that day is coming where it's like, no, I don't need you guys no more.
We're in for a weird, rough
Oh
ride.
God, I don't know though. And that's weird.
Ugh.
It's so creepy how when we watched 2001: A Space Odyssey, I forgot how creepy it is when Hal is like losing its mind and it's saying, "I can feel myself changing." Do you like? And it's hard. Apparently, I rewatched I explained video about it. Apparently, I guess the reason why it started singing the Daisy song because that's what its creator sang to Hal. So it was telling Dave like, "You want to hear the song that my creator used to sing to me." Like it's just weird. It's weird how Kubrick saw all this coming.
Have you seen that movie?
2001: Space Odyssey.
There's a little black cat. It's
Little
It's my little friend.
Hi, baby.
That's not a skinwalker. He's a friend.
He's just a dumb little cat.
Okay,
That's
word.
Have you seen?
I saw it a long time ago. I need
We saw that one on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we watched Terminator 2.
Oh
God,
my
God
gosh.
bless. God bless. But
End of Humanity movie marathon.
pretty much. The 2001: A Space Odyssey came out in '68, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 68.
That's the OG one.
And for that to, not even like its message and word, it was like its graphics and its like cinematography and shit was like, wow.
It's
I mean, it was a year before the moon landing,
ahead of its time.
and it was 9 years before the first Star Wars came out.
That's impressive.
It was insane. And then, that scene, like the way they were able to make people look like they were
Like running in circles.
like zero gravity shit.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I didn't even think they had that technology back then.
Yeah, it was weird, man.
Apparently, there was like a documentary that came out before the movie came out. Apparently, there was a lot of propaganda with it, like talking about space travel and like what we were getting ourselves into once we did land on the moon. There was a lot of weird shit. It was like a bunch of hippie shit back because, I mean, it was the 60s. We were in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Well, our minds were all over the place at that time.
Everyone was doing acid.
Yeah.
Everyone was doing acid.
Hell yeah.
On Earth. If you leave Earth for a second.
What am I gonna do? Escape your body, float tank or something? I don't know.
Man, maybe try that and see how that makes you feel.
Sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah, see before you step into anything else. But
yeah,
You ever just sit in silence?
Yeah.
I cannot fucking even do that.
I try
Seriously?
to do it.
that's
No,
a problem.
just
I'm
cannot.
saying, like, you gotta.
Really?
This
You
mind
got
does,
some
You gotta-
cracking to do.
this mind does not shut
Well,
off.
that's why
Ever.
when we were talking about
And
sleep,
it's so
Into the
scary.
mind
It's
of
so scary.
Rattlesnake
It's
Roy
so
right
scary,
now.
dude.
Whoa.
Like sometimes, like, shut the fuck. Like, I'm just like,
I get
God
it.
damn,
I
like,
get
shut the
that.
fuck up, and then it just
won't.
we
shut the
talked
fuck
about
up.
it with Liz. Like it's all the same voice, but it's like every
Everywhere,
goddamn.
yeah.
I'm like, obviously, sometimes when I'm drinking, but even when I'm sober, I'm like, God damn it,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Maybe I do need these drugs. I don't fucking
Oh.
know. I don't know.
well, we were
do
talking
heroin.
about sleep. We were talking about sleep not that long ago. How he says he sleeps with the TV on, and I was like, man, that's so bad for you. Like me. I used to be where I had to have the TV on. I had to have the radio on, but you really have to completely shut your mind off and sleep in silence. Like now, like there's no other way. Like I have to sleep with silence. Like that's just how I sleep now. Like I feel like I've been able to train my mind to like just like
kind of
shut
shut
off.
off.
Yeah,
I can't do that. I have to sleep with white noise.
really.
Yeah, can't go to sleep without it. It's weird.
I used to also. I think a good way to prepare yourself for that is there's white noise, but there's also rain.
Yeah,
I used to do that quite a bit too.
I can't handle rain. I've had a lot of bad instances with rain. I'm from Houston, so
Wow.
shit gets
What you do
crazy.
during the hurricane?
Man, my house got flooded a few times. Man.
Ooh.
Yeah, I lost my house, had to move out. It was a whole, origin story on that end. But yeah, rain does not sit well with me. I get full on panic attacks with storms because it's like I always think like something's gonna get flooded. But if I'm not on like the bottom floor, it's fine.
Were you panicking just now?
I can deal with lightning. Lightning's badass. But rain, like if it's raining while I'm driving, I will be driving 20 miles per hour with my hazards on, like with my best friend on the phone. Like, dude, that's what rain gets me. Like heavy rain, and light rain I can handle.
I get kind of nervous in rain. When I was like barely learning how to drive and like driving on my own, I got caught in university in the streets, and it fucking picked up my parents' car a little bit and just kind of. It was the fucking worst feeling. I was all crying. I was crying as fucking.
Hydroplaning's scary though.
Yeah,
People
but
don't know
it
how
was
to
like
drive in that shit here.
I was literally just taken. Like there was a red light, and the fucking
kept
water
going.
just took the car straight, and I could just feel the tires against on the fucking floor.
But
I was calling my mom crying. I was like, if it crashes, I'm trying, Mom, I'm trying. I was like 16.
Every time I'm driving down the rain, I think I'm in like Jurassic Park. Like when it's like storming.
Yeah, that one scene.
Yeah.
well, you have a truck, so you're fine.
But still.
That low car I have, man, hell no, I hate being, especially in this city.
Yeah.
There's no way, no.
Dude, I had to install a front lip on my car just because I scrape everywhere. Keep messing up my bumper. It looks cool though.
It is bad around here, man.
Yeah,
Get me
dude.
out of here.
Crazy how bumpy it is for a land that's so flat.
I know, it's the roads here, man. I wanted to lower my car actually, but then my friends were like, "That's the dumbest idea. You're going to scrape."
Now, when it's
I already do,
storming,
man.
when it's storming in Austin, that's scary
I've never been there for
because you're going up and down hills, and sometimes you go down a road and you gotta turn around and go a different route, and it might add another 30 minutes to your route, but
you gotta get there safely.
yeah.
Where were some places you would live outside of here when you graduate? What do you want to do?
I don't know. Texas has been like my home forever. I've never lived anywhere else. But I would probably move to probably the West Coast. Yeah.
California?
California. But not like LA. Probably like San Diego.
San Diego's awesome.
Yeah. San Diego's a nice vibe. But I don't know. Austin's also just super. I like eclectic places. Places with a lot of energy that you can just feel all around. I don't know if I could choose, but truthfully, I don't think I'd live in America.
When you graduate?
Yeah, I gotta get out of here, man.
2 cats.
That's what I'm doing.
Our skinwalker buddies.
That's where he is.
It was interesting seeing all the people from Oregon this past weekend.
There was a lot of them.
lot of them.
Did you go to the game?
Yeah, I did go to the game.
Yeah, we
There were
were
a
out
lot,
there.
a lot of different folks out there.
I left at halftime because I made a bet with my friend that we would lose, and I won.
Fuck. Oh, well, never mind. I was pissed.
I was pissed too, but I won money. But
All right, man.
I don't like seeing my team lose.
Well, then why'd you
Listen,
bet against
money's
them?
money, man.
Damn, we should have won that game. God, damn. We'll be out there next
We should
week.
have won the Wisconsin.
Yeah, we
game.
should be 2-0.
Yeah, I know, but fourth quarter defense. Fourth quarter defense.
Were you out there in the student section?
Dude, we had to go all the way up second story rafters in the nosebleeds because it was so packed.
It was. We were out tailgating. It didn't seem like it was that many people, but it sold out.
Student section, like, took us like an hour and a half to get in. Yeah, student section's crazy.
Can you get in the student section? Technically?
Not right now.
No.
Yeah.
Were you in a fraternity? Are you in a fraternity? Or
No,
anything?
fully unclaimed, but I hang around a bunch of fraternities because I'm friends with everyone.
So
That's the way I
we
like
were
it.
able to
Yeah.
get
That's the
into
way I like
the fraternity.
I've never been into that area.
And we went up to these guys like, hey, can we just go in here? And they're like, nah, man, are you alumni? I said, nah. I'm like, we're alumni to the school, but not the fraternities. And he's like, nah, man, you can't get in. It's like, nah,
It's
we're just
rude.
checking.
They gatekeep a lot.
I don't know. What the fuck?
Yeah, you had all these guys.
And there weren't
all-
that many people in there. Like, come on. We had some fun.
Yeah, trying to get into the frat boxes.
the frat boxes.
Yeah, like some of the big frats in like Greek Circle, they have their own boxes. It's insane.
Like in the stadium?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like it's kind of wild how much money some of these
That's
frats
like
have.
that's like old money too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about fraternities and all those people?
See, I know a lot of good frat guys and a lot of bad frat guys, and I know a lot of good frats and bad frats. I can't really generalize.
One of them just had kittens, so I don't know if she brought her kittens over.
I think there was only one.
Where are they at?
Shh.
Man, I remember being a kid.
They're over there.
Being in my room, and there were some cats outside my window that were like in heat.
Oh, that's a horrible
I had
sound.
I had sworn there was like demons outside my
Yeah.
my room.
That noise is weird.
Raccoons fighting at night, terrifying.
I got drunk one night, came home, fucked up, and I heard that. I was so scared, dude. I was like, God, what the hell's going on? I did not know, man. You hear that shit, you're like, it's demons. That's what
It's
you
demons.
think.
It's got to be.
Fucking
You know
A,
what my
man.
biggest fear is? Like I always like prepare for it to happen. As like I walk in like a room and then I hear like knocking outside my window. I don't know. I always fear that for some reason.
Knock back, man.
Knock back.
Hell no.
Say what's up.
Is it 3?
Because to me, it's just like, who the fuck's outside my window right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to speak a little bit more on the fraternity before we get into ghosts because I'm going to tell you a story. Overall, they're pretty cool dudes, though, right? I would say.
They can be.
For the most part, right?
They can be. Some can. Some are douchebags, but that's just like part of the culture. Some people
There's a
get
lot of drugs
engulfed.
involved in that?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say.
I've never lived that life.
I've been around that life. It's like playing lacrosse in high school. Definitely like an intro to a frat. Definitely.
I don't want to like generalize anything or whatever the fuck, but it seems like it. I've never even met somebody who played the goddamn. Your high school had it?
I didn't even play for my high school. My high school didn't even have sports.
Oh,
It was
no?
I went to a nerd high school. I played for like the big high school near us.
So you went to a different high school but played for. How did that happen?
It was a club team.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
club team. I did that with tennis too, because no sports. They didn't even have like a band at my school. It was just academics, straight up. It was so boring.
Was
Such
it
a-
Peter Parker schools?
What was the
yeah,
school
one of
called?
the- it's called Westchester Academy.
Did you have to get accepted in that shit? Or?
Raffle system, baby.
Was it fun? At least, kind of.
I made some of the best friends I've ever made in my life. You know, loyal friends. You know, real stand-up dudes. But also there were some lames, man. It was just a lame high school. Like no one was fun. Like my homies, we were all pretty fun. We would throw parties and we'd invite everyone, but like no one's coming. They're just like, oh no, I'm playing video games. Like okay, that's fine, but like pop out. Hey, what's up?
How many did you graduate with?
How many did I graduate?
How many students were in your graduation class?
136. Yeah,
That
it's one of
is-
those.
Yeah.
Cause like in that area, the other high schools they all had 1,000 plus.
Damn.
And I will say, like, even at the school, for it being like a smart person school, not really that smart. I would say like maybe like 15 to 20 of the students were like exceptionally smart. I'm not me. I'm of average intelligence. But I know some definitely smart people, you know. They know how to do calculus in their minds, kind of smart. But I think, you know, intelligence is in different senses. I think I'm intelligent when it comes to like art versus like books.
I will say that about the American education system. It doesn't bring out that. Yeah. 'Cause not everybody is that.
Not everybody.
We need it, but not everybody's that way.
Definitely.
And they do not favor those people, you know?
Definitely not. Not. They had one. My favorite class was art. Every time, just because the teachers that I had, they were always so cool about free expression. They were like, paint anything you want, do anything you want. I love that, because regardless of what I did, the grade didn't matter, since art's so subjective. You can't grade it saying it's good or bad. Now you can say it doesn't have, like if we're working on form, you can say it doesn't have form and then give it a F. But if it's just art, can't really judge it like that. Can't give it 100 or a 60 or a 40. You can say it's good or bad, but to that one person, it's good or bad.
There you go, man. How would you rate your college experience so far?
Oh, dude, 10 out of 10. Tech is awesome.
You pretty involved in things?
Yeah, I'm pretty involved in, you know, Rawls. Pretty involved.
Shout out to Rawls.
Shout out to Rawls.
Rawls is a good school, man.
Rawls College of Business, baby. Giving me all of my opportunities. Yeah, real cool college. A lot of cool people.
It's a lot of money in that business. Right?
Yeah,
that's
man.
cool.
I actually met Jerry S. Rawls a couple of days ago.
Really?
Yeah, cool guy. Real old fella. Old salamander guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was still alive. Dude.
Me neither.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's so cool. But I wanted to talk about my ghost experience because you mentioned the wind.
Yes.
When I saw one, I felt wind too.
Mm-hmm.
And
the wind spirits.
it was physical. It was a physical experience.
Like the physical reaction, dude.
Because I seen this fucking shadow disappear. And I'm like, what the fuck was that, man?
I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude.
I don't know what's going. This is in post Texas. This is an ancient part of fucking Texas. I don't know.
This is ancient land.
I do not know. Like I talked to. We do another thing called pirate radio.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, you know, you try to live explaining things. You try to live by the truth and by what's right in this world. Sometimes there's just things you cannot explain in this fucking world.
Yep.
Like there's just. Like, you try to dismiss this shit, and it just happens. We saw a UFO not too long ago, me and Mr. Bradley over here.
Really?
Let's play this video. Have you seen it? Did you see what we posted on here?
I don't think so.
Oh, God.
You got my gram pulled up.
Yeah, let me see what you think about this. This was after we watched
Jurassic
Park. I sound like a fucking bitch when I...
No, you can see the moon clear. Look at that. You can see the moon very clear.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I didn't realize I had
It's not cloudy.
110 likes.
Like, show that star up there. See? It's not cloudy. What? I don't know what the hell this was. Yo.
I don't know what that is. That is not a plane.
That is like, it's like an
not
orb.
a plane. Yeah.
And it's been moving.
That is not a plane.
That's freaky.
'Cause there's another
That's
star right
freaky.
there. There's the moon.
Dude, look at it. Like, look into it.
No, it's eerie because it like fades out and it comes back.
Yeah, you gotta watch the end, man.
I didn't realize there's like another satellite going by What it.
Oh,
the fuck that is, man?
It's a there's a,
It's like this.
But watch.
Look, dude. Look at it on camera. Oh, dude, look at it.
Whoa.
It's disappeared.
That's freaky.
Dude, it's gone.
Oh, the video. Hey, this is no joke, brother.
That is a good
It's
UFO
gone.
sighting
It's gone.
video.
Dude.
Brother, sometimes you want it and then it comes and you're like, what the hell?
Like,
Hold
get
on,
outta
hold
here.
on. Bradley, go back. Let me lighten the mood real quick. Play Georgia.
Oh, hell yeah. Is that your dog?
This is mine.
Oh, right on.
But wait till this snore.
Shout out to Georgia.
She's just a baby.
But so in your mind and in your reality, how would you explain things that are unexplainable? What do you think of them? Is just shit we don't know? Is there other realities? What the fuck's going on, man?
Acceptance. You just gotta accept that it happens, man. Like, crazy shit. Like, this world, crazy shit happens on this world. People do not talk about it that much. Because people don't want to talk about things that make people freak out. Like, if the government had aliens, they would have had them by now. And they probably do, but they don't want people to freak out. That's why they're not telling them. Because it's one of those unexplainable, how the fuck did they get here? People are going to question that shit. And it's going to cause, like, a freak out.
And a question of religion, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That would fuck so many things up.
So
many realities.
You come from an ancient people, very cultured people.
Yeah.
They never have any of these spooky stories that they told you.
Hinduism,
I would.
I literally asked that earlier.
Well, like no, like your not like religious. I'm just saying like you never really because he mentioned jinn, but like because like you know us our Mexican fucking my granny
La chupacabra.
The British showed up.
My granny has fucking scary stories.
Yeah.
Not even those, just
It's
scary.
like scary.
Like, but like
honestly, like anything scary.
they never
that
try to like
happens-
spook you out or anything that make you go to bed. What's it called? The kukoi, the kuko. I just watched
there's no
the
kukuis
Outsider.
and- I don't know. Hinduism's always good vibes.
That's what it seems like.
It's all good vibes.
That's what
Like,
it seems like.
it's all like keep the vibrations good. There's gonna be bad shit, but I think the bad shit happens by the people. That's what like Hinduism says. You know, anything scary, it's like the people are gonna do it. That's like how my parents sent me to bed. It's like, oh, if you don't go to sleep, you're gonna be tired tomorrow, and then someone's gonna kidnap you.
Oh, all right.
It's like, all right, I guess that logic works out. But I don't know. There's Indians are actually a folklore in the Philippines. We're called Bumbayas, and we drink the blood of the youth at night.
Oh, shit.
That's not true.
In what country?
The Philippines. I have a
Do y'all
Philippine-
border each other?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, we're like
The
close
fuck?
by, but like, I have no idea why. I have a Filipino friend, and I'm like, ask him, it's like, why are we called Bumbayas? And he's like, how the fuck do you know what a Bumbay is? That's like a nightmare for children. And I'm like, damn, what do we do? I don't even know.
I'll be down.
I don't take any offense to it. I'm not doing that stuff.
It had to come from somewhere. What the fuck?
People do fucked up shit.
Yeah, I guess
People do fucked
so.
up
Jesus
shit.
Christ.
But I don't know. There's no like scary things in Hindu. I mean, there's like scary things, obviously. I don't really find them that scary just because like logically can't be that bad. There's like beasts in the mountains, in the woods. At night, they're
In the Kush Mountains, is that what they're called?
Yeah, the Hindu Kush.
There you go.
Yeah, baby. OGs. There's,
OG Kush.
That's where it came from.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh shit! There you
It's grown in
go.
the
Shout out
mountains.
to the Indians. They just landed a probe on the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
If I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
We're doing crazy
For the first
shit.
time
Doing crazy shit.
ever in human history.
Yeah, we're changing the name of India to Bharat, which is the OG name of India, which means finding peace.
And within India, there's a whole bunch of different
There's like
ethnicities and cultures and stuff.
yeah,
Because I've heard things about the people up north.
yeah.
This guy's like a hunter. He went up there and hung out with them. And they do things way different, way up north in India
Yeah.
than anybody else.
I mean, there are cannibals that still live in India.
That's
There
what I've
are
heard.
tribes. There are like tribes that don't even like exist in like modern society. There's like 27 different like cultures, like
The Sentinelese people live off India, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Senegalese.
Is that what I'm talking about? Like this like uncontacted tribe off of the coast of India.
They're not Senegalese.
What are they called?
I don't know, but Senegal is in like Africa.
No, that's not what I said. Oh, shit. I'm a little buzzed. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Do you
there's
watch
like
any
a-
Bollywood movies?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I actually saw one a couple nights ago.
You know, I went to go see a movie this past summer. There was some Bollywood movie that came out. It was some showing, and the movie that I was in got out at the same time.
Yeah.
and all these Indian people walked out. I was like, man, what's going on? And I was like, there's an employee told me, yeah, there's a Bollywood movie that comes out.
You know what it was called?
I don't remember what it was called, but apparently, like every time a big Bollywood movie comes out and they show it here, there's like a big
I'm part of that group. I always go. You gotta go to one of those movies and just see how Indian people act at movies. It's not like quiet. We are cheering. We're like, yeah, because we see like this one actor, and he walks out onto the screen, Mr. Badass, open shirt, yeah. But then everyone, 2 days ago we saw this movie, main guy, like hottest actor in India, he walks out on the screen screaming. People are like throwing like food everywhere. They're like having a party.
So it's like a Marvel movie, but Bollywood, right?
Yeah. I mean, but you got to go see a movie in India and just see, because it's a whole different level. Because this is Indians in America acting like Indians, but Indians in India acting like Indians, you see like a sports movie about like a legendary sports star. They're treating it like a game is going on right now. It's live. That's what's happening.
North Sentinel Island is what I was thinking of.
North Sentinel Island. Never heard of it.
There's an indigenous tribe that lives on this island. Like, not that many people, but it's like illegal to go there.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I had to correct myself.
It's probably illegal because you die.
Oh yeah, they'll kill you.
Yeah. If they don't want to be like talked to, just don't talk to them.
You ever play cricket? Isn't that big over there?
Yeah, but I never got into it.
I recently, like on YouTube, my YouTube algorithm was just
if you want to play with some cricket dudes, I know like several groups that play cricket.
I went down. I'm not want to say it's like baseball, but kind of is.
It's pretty much like baseball.
That's why I went down a rabbit hole of like.
Except instead of running in a circle, you run back and forth. That's about it.
Oh, that's pretty big in Houston, ain't it?
Yeah. Huge Indian community.
I remember watching an Anthony Bourdain episode. He did one on Houston.
Rest in peace, bro.
Yeah, and he was talking about how the cricket culture down there is really big.
Cricket culture, I think anywhere there are Indians, there will be cricket culture. Yeah. They take it with them everywhere. I mean, it's like a whole rivalry. I mean, India just beat Pakistan a couple of nights ago.
Pretty big deal, huh?
Pretty big deal. I live with 2 Pakistanis. It's really funny, the fake beef we get into.
Shout out to them.
Those are my dudes. Hey, if you're watching this, love y'all.
How similar are you guys?
Oh, dude. We're just a bunch of brown dudes. That's how we see it. We're not like, oh, you're Pakistani, I hate you. Like, I'm not like that. Hell no.
Well, I had a friend, not really a friend, but somebody I knew who was Indian.
Yeah.
And he was like, don't you dare call me Pakistani. Like, it was like, it was at the mall. It was a fucking deal at the mall. I'm not lying. Like, they went at it with each other. 2 different, like, Indians and Pakistanians. That's how I learned about it.
But some of them do. Some of
they
them
went
like
at
really,
it.
really
like
don't fuck
They
with
were
it.
beefing in the mall here in Lubbock, Texas. I was like, Jesus Christ, I didn't know it was like that.
It's like Mexicans and Hispanics. Like
darn
some
husky
Hispanics are like, don't call me fucking Mexican. Other Mexicans are like,
I'm from El Salvador.
Yeah, some people are
Ricans.
like, I'm not fucking European. Don't fucking call me that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
It's so wild.
I once
so
told
wild to me.
I once told Rory a story because my family, they have a tile business.
Yeah.
And so we did some work at what is now called the Holly, you know where that's at.
Yep.
It's the student housing. They did some work up there, and they had brought some people from New York to work out there, but they were Dominican Republic, is it Dominican Republic? Dominicans, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Dominicans.
yeah, but there was other workers there, of course, but there were some people from Mexico that were there as well, but they started talking about soccer. They started beating the shit out of each other with small 2x4s.
Yeah, bro.
That's how bad it got.
Dude, soccer is crazy culture, dude. It's like same echelon as Indians with cricket. Same thing.
Damn.
It's weird. Humans are weird, aren't they?
Or is rugby pretty big?
In India?
Yeah.
Indians are too small to play rugby, bro.
Yeah, well.
Too small. Too small.
I played rugby at Tech for a little bit.
Oh,
but
word?
I played football for years. That's a different ball game. That is rough.
Rugby is a wild
I'm going to take
sport.
another piss real quick.
Oh, my gosh. I had a friend who played rugby pretty heavily.
Yeah.
And, like, you have to be big. You can't even be, like, a small dude. You'll die.
Yeah. There's some small dudes out there that get after it, but they get hurt very easy.
That's me. That was me in lacrosse. Every
Yeah.
game hurt. Every game. I'm too small.
Because in football you have different sizes of people, but out there like rugby, lacrosse, everyone's built like a linebacker.
Yeah. Everyone's
Yeah.
200 plus, 6
Yeah.
feet tall. Oh man.
But yeah, like that the Bollywood stuff. Yeah, because that's pretty big. Like I've heard stories how, y'all look up to a lot of big actors that come from there.
Definitely.
There was one that passed away. He was on Life of Pi. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, that guy.
He was also on The Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know exactly
You
what
know
you're
what I'm
talking
talking
about.
about? Let me see.
Something
Apparently that was a pretty big deal when he passed away.
huge deal because he kind of blended the Bollywood and Hollywood world.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Yeah, Irfan Khan.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
But no, that Indian movie, I think I kind of remember the one that they walked out. Was it RRR?
Ooh, that movie goes
Was that what it
crazy.
was?
That
Yeah.
movie goes crazy.
I just
Love that
remembered
movie.
it.
Yeah, RRR.
Yeah, this one.
Oh my god, I've literally seen clips of this movie.
It's so good. Have you seen the dance numbers?
No.
That is probably my favorite part of Bollywood movies. They have full-on dance numbers. They'll like stop mid-sentence to dance. And it's going to make no sense at all.
Yeah, this was a pretty big movie, huh, when it came out.
I'm pretty sure it won an Oscar.
Yeah, I think it won like Best Original Song or something like
Yeah.
that. So this was the movie that I was telling them about, how when I walked out of the movie, they walked out of this and it was just a bunch of Indian people walking out. But apparently like that showing had sold out.
Yeah.
And I was like the only one in the movie that I saw too. It's like I should have went to go see that one.
They're
That guy's
always
like,
hits.
That guy's like a movie star over there. Superstar.
Both of these guys are pretty new, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a lot. The main guy, like, his name is Shah Rukh Khan. He is probably the highest paid actor in the world.
really?
Yeah. As a Bollywood.
So how do you say this? Like what does the RRR stand for?
So in the movie, it's Rage, Revenge, and something else. Because in the story, it goes R, and then that's the first chapter, second R, and then third R, and then that's the third chapter. And then at the end, it's RRR, and it all comes together, and it's like this crazy thing. That's how they do it. It's like they're 3-hour-long movies. They
Yeah.
have a lot of time to kill.
Yeah.
So you'll finish one story, and you'll think, oh, yeah, this is like a normal place to end a movie. You're not done. You're not done.
Did you ever watch Slumdog Millionaire?
Yeah.
What did you think of it?
Come on, Bradley.
Overrated. Overrated.
Come on,
Overrated.
Overrated. Overrated. Like it's a
What do you
good
mean, come on, Bradley? I was just wondering like what he thought of it.
It's
I
that's
love
my,
that movie.
That's my honest opinion. It's overrated.
Why? What was it overrated?
There are so many better. It's not even a Bollywood movie. I don't think.
Skinwalker.
Change,
Look at-
He
look,
heard
man,
you.
He looked back.
change your form. Change your form. I want to see your true
Dude's
form.
gonna come out.
There's so many better Bollywood movies, and I wouldn't even consider that a Bollywood
I didn't
movie.
even. I didn't think it was a Bollywood movie. Is that what they were calling
No,
it?
it was directed by Danny Boyle, who did 28 Days
okay,
Later.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch some like real Bollywood. Watch I gotta give you some recommendations. 3 Idiots. That movie's crazy. It's like I watched it when I came to college because it's like a college movie, and it's like talks about all the kinds of hardships that one goes through in college.
I've heard of
triumph,
this before.
Yeah, those guys. Those are the guys.
Here you go.
There you go.
We need those chairs in here.
They have this one song called All Is Well, and whenever I'm feeling like down, I listen to that song. All good. All good. It's one of those.
There you go, man.
So this is like a culture question, I guess you could say. We did tile work for this Indian family, and it was a huge house. I'm glad someone told me before I did. My dad told me go around the house, throw stuff away if you see trash. Well, I saw a bunch of fruit out in the front porch. It was just a bunch of just fruit laying out. I was about to throw it away, and then my dad said, no, they said don't throw that away.
Yeah.
And apparently it's like bad luck if you throw away that fruit.
Yeah, the fruit's offering.
Okay.
To God.
Okay.
And so when you offer food to God, you just like kind of let it sit there.
Uh-huh.
God is the embodiment of like Earth, so Earth will take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
wondered what that was.
Yeah, we offer a lot of fruit. We like pour milk on rocks. We do a lot of cool stuff. I call it cool. It's weird, but
You were gonna say weird.
I mean, but it's like we make ofrendas, you know, and like Chinese culture, they do the same thing for like after death,
Yeah.
you know, to like whoever. I feel like that's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Any restaurants that you would recommend here in Lubbock?
man, I know the owners of every single Indian place here. It's crazy. Royal Indian Cuisine.
I like that place.
Royal Indian Cuisine.
Pretty
that place
solid.
goes pretty solid, I will say. If Tikka Shack is not an Indian place, I'm saying this to everyone that
Riley.
thinks it is.
I like Tikka Shack, but never mind.
Okay, this is me. If there is a white person cooking Indian food, it's not Indian food. It's colonized food.
When I went to
what about a
Royal
Mexican? What about a Mexican cooking Indian food?
It's not Indian food.
It's not an Indian.
Honestly,
Just like Mexicans in New York
I'll
making the
say this.
Italian food in Little Italy. It's not the
Yeah.
same.
Mexicans and Indians, same spice level.
Yeah.
Valid. Go for it. Go for it.
I don't know.
I
Y'all
don't know.
shit's kind of spicy.
I don't eat
No
spicy, so-
disrespect. Y'all shit is
No.
spicy.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. Spice is the name of the game in India. People have tried to take our spice. The British, Portuguese, French.
Well, that's how they ended up here.
Yeah.
What do you think of jalapenos?
Jalapenos? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it like spicy, or do you add better?
I've eaten Carolina Reapers. I've eaten scorpions. I've eaten ghosts.
Yeah.
Eesh.
Light work.
So
Light
so
work.
scorpions is the scorpion itself spicy, or do they season it spicy?
Scorpion peppers.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like the actual scorpions.
I mean, I've eaten a scorpion
Clip
before.
it, clip it. Shit. So what dish do you eat at? What's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish, coconut curry. I'm a really big fan of like tropical flavors, and there's this place in India. It's like an island where like it's like a party island. It's called Goa. Everything's legal there, and they have like the best cuisine. Like coconut curry, it's creamy, it's coconutty, it's spicy, mixed with rice, chicken, have some coriander on top. It's not the prettiest looking, but damn, it tastes good.
I don't think I've ever tried any of it, Indian food before.
Royal Indian cuisine.
Really?
I remember when I went there, they're supposed to open up at 11 a.m.
Do I just have to
there.
make you guys Indian food now?
If you want to.
I can make
I
you
mean,
guys.
you're always more than welcome.
Yes,
But
I would love
I
it.
remember going to Royal Indian Cuisine, me and Sinya, and they were like, you guys can have a seat, but we're not done cooking. And so they made us wait for like 30, 40 minutes while they finished cooking because they were like, you can't go to this buffet until we're done cooking.
Yeah.
Like they were not going to allow us to like put anything on the plate until they saw everything.
You got to get the whole array, and it's like 5 plates minimum at
No,
those buffets.
I appreciated it though because I mean we sampled a lot and man, it was great food.
Yeah, like if I went to an Indian restaurant, I wouldn't even know what to order.
And it's
Yeah.
like even if
Yeah,
it was
like-
something that like I didn't like, it wasn't that I didn't like it. It was just like it was too full flavored or too spicy, but it was just
Flavors.
everything was full flavored and it had tanginess or spiciness or good shit, man.
What can we say?
I've only had like butter curry. I make it.
Butter chicken?
Yeah, sure. There you go. There you go. Yes.
My fault. I don't mean to mansplain Indian things.
Oh, you got to. We're ignorant. We don't know. So I'm just.
Hey, make people aware. It's all good.
If you want to make it for us,
Dude, I'm
we
making
would
it.
we would greatly appreciate it.
Pretty sure I'm making curry tomorrow, so I'll run it by the house.
There you go, people. Hell yeah.
There you go.
A man of many talents.
I do enjoy. I just enjoy food.
Dude, food's
I don't
awesome.
give a fuck.
Food's awesome.
You ever eat lamb? Yeah. Y'all eat lamb?
Yeah. I eat pretty much everything. I know I'm not supposed to eat beef, but my favorite thing's a burger. So
I didn't
favorite
even
thing's
think
a
about
burger.
that.
Favorite thing's a burger, dude. I'm definitely not like religious like that anymore. I used to never eat beef. I was like the most religious person in my family. Like my parents eat beef. They're not that religious.
But their burgers, fucking delicious.
Dude, burgers are
You cannot beat a
crazy.
burger.
Can't beat a burger. Love that shit.
So outside of like Indian food, what do you like?
Pretty much any cuisine except British food. I don't like
What
British.
the fuck is British food?
Fucking mashed potatoes and peas. Some
Have you seen those
lame
pictures
shit.
of them people eating? I don't know.
It's like just beans, like
Yeah.
not like good.
I'm
beans.
Irish, brother. I love the Irish show.
You're Irish?
I don't fuck with that British. I don't fuck with the British. So fuck them.
I like fish and chips.
Fuck the queen.
She's
How
dead.
about that?
She's
Well, fuck her. I don't give
Fuck
a
the
fuck.
king.
Fuck the king and the queen. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them both.
Yeah, fuck the monarchy. Truthfully,
No,
fuck the monarchy.
yes, thank you. Yeah, I don't fuck with any of them, but I didn't even know they had their own type of food.
I mean, they're like also original peoples. They just came and took other people's stuff.
But given all the shit we've talking, you've been to England?
Yeah. I have a lot of
Nice.
family in
Fun
England.
out there?
It's like
It's all right. It's like New York or something.
it's like England. It's
Yeah.
like
Well, we got to go out there one day.
it's cool when you see like Buckingham Palace and you see all these like tourist things, but then you go into like just like a regular city living. It's just like another place.
another city.
It's just another place. Everyone speaks English, just like a little different. And then they have like a lot of subcultures there too.
Don't get me started on my accents because Bradley
the
doesn't
accent.
like.
Run the-
Nah, I won't.
run the
I
accent.
will not do it.
Dude, I can do my accents too. Don't feel self-conscious.
I got a Scouser accent that I've been working on.
Oh, dude, you can't say that and not let me hear it.
No, I can't do it. I'll do it outside of the pod.
Okay.
But yeah, I need to make my way out there across the pond, see what the fuck's going on over there.
Check out India first, my man.
Well, now we know you, so we can go out there.
Oh, hell yeah. I should tell you all the spots
I'll
where
go
not
out
to
there.
go.
Oh well, yeah, we would need that.
Yeah.
I want to go
And-
out there. I want to go to Nepal. Got a friend out there.
Oh, yeah?
He's Nepalese, I guess that's how you say it.
Nepal's really, really, like, cold.
Oh, whatever.
It's cold.
But I don't know.
Always up in the mountains. You can have a tough time breathing.
It's whatever.
It's
We'll
whatever.
figure it out. We'll go out there.
I used to hang out with this Napoleon family, and they thought I was part of the family.
They're cool people. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
I don't even want to try to pronounce my friend's name because it'll
Pronounce
be
it.
wrong.
I'll help you out.
Nah, I don't know. I'm good on that. But you appreciate you coming on here. I think we're almost here at 2 hours.
Oh, damn.
We've had some fun.
Hell yeah,
talking.
hell yeah. It's been a real fun
anything you're doing, anything you want to plug? Well, you're anonymous.
But, I mean, I'm coming out with some merch soon. So I'll have some hats made, some shirts made. I'm pretty sure I'm doing a live painting sometime soon at an unreleased festival. So
That's coming up.
It should be coming up. But I've been told keep the word small. But
Is it Hectic Fest?
yeah.
Yeah. He already announced that. I thought.
Oh, I didn't know.
I think he announced that.
I think they're teasing it.
They're teasing.
Well,
it.
he did.
Okay.
But
Well,
they put the term out there. And
no
I
one's
think that
gonna
means
make
an
a-
announcement's made.
no one's gonna make an appearance.
Well, that's a weird thing. I was like, wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, it got
I
me
was
too.
like, what?
It got me too.
But
It's poetry.
when you do your merch and things, do you have a website?
I do, but
Where can they get it?
So for right now, local.
Just wherever you're at.
Just wherever I'm
Love
at.
it. Love it.
Super exclusive stuff.
I love it. There you
Super
go.
duper exclusive
Hell yeah.
stuff. Because I don't do like merch a lot ever. Actually, this will be my first round of merch.
Nice.
So
There you go.
kind of bouncing out
Just
in
gotta
there.
be there.
Just gotta be there. If
Be
you
there,
miss
bro.
it, it's gonna be a 25 shirt release and a 6 hat release.
Hats like those?
Nothing's ever gonna be like this, but they're gonna be a Persian rug themed. So I think that'll be pretty cool. People will
That'd be
take
cool.
to it. Oh yeah.
If we called you Persian, would you be upset?
No, I could be Persian.
Are you?
Maybe.
Is that different region?
Maybe somewhere down the line I am.
Oh.
I'm a mixed Indian.
There you go.
Yeah.
A lot of Mexicans like that out here.
Is,
so
yeah.
shout
is
out to you.
Persian Iranian?
Persian's Persian.
So, okay,
They
so,
used
so
to
is
reign
there,
over
but is there
Iran.
a country called Persia?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Had a big old.
Persia is in that area.
I thought Persia was like it's not that it doesn't exist. Kind of like how Turkey used to be the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
thought it was something like that.
It used to be part of the Ottoman Empire, but after it disbanded, everything in the Middle East kind of became its own independent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You got any messages for the people out there, brother?
I got a lot of messages, but
Any final message?
be happy, stay safe.
There you go. Brad?
Follow me at Bradley Noel Garcia. We got some more stuff coming up for Lords of Film, so stay tuned with that.
Follow Lords of Film. Yeah, just shit's going on with that. Fools and Ghouls, October 21st. You can follow me at Texas Chainsaw Alchemist. hit me up at Hella Soft. Actually, don't hit me up on Hella Soft. I'm not doing shit for the rest of the year. But
Patreon.com/SnakeBit Studios, guys. We'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Last year being a Mexican.
Sir.
You heard me.